All right, we're going up to Skyfox right now because we have a pursuit on our hands. Let's go to Stu. What part of town are we in?
Roxy, this is going to be the Sun Valley area. It's going to be a very residential neighborhood and really high speeds this morning. You can see, whoa, when was the last time you saw a Prius do a little bit of a slide? That kind of shows you how fast that car is moving out here. Whoa, and a little bit of air as it made its way over that bump right there, and another one. So the stolen vehicle, and whoever's driving it, definitely driving it like it is stolen. Very dangerous situation. We're poking a little fun at it right now, but this is what LAPD has to deal with. They have to deal with these high speeds, small streets. At least he's making his way back out onto a major out there. That's going to be San Fernando Road. LAPD not making the turn fast enough. Looks like he's on the wrong side of the road, but it's continuing on and now back into the neighborhood. Usually when we see these pursuits, especially like the high speed ones like this and a stolen vehicle, when they get into a neighborhood, they're looking for a place to stop and get out and run. We haven't seen that, but we've seen a couple of really tense moments. It's still early in the morning, very early in the morning, but as people going to work, you're not expecting a Prius to be doing 30, 40, 50 miles an hour right in front of your house. LAPD, though, they have their lights and sirens on. At least they're warning a lot of the public. Guys?
Well, you know what? Obviously, this is still a very dangerous pursuit, even with the early hour. And we're hearing, Stu, just for your information, that this is a carjacking suspect. So clearly, if that is the case, it could certainly explain a lot of the erratic behavior we're seeing in the person's driving.
Well, carjacking that could be by force, that could be with a weapon, but at any rate, the vehicle was taken for it doesn't belong to its owner, or the person driving is not the owner of that vehicle. LAPD, though, they're right on it, and this is one of the ones, too, that, Joni, you might be right, there might be more to this story that even I'm understanding, because a lot of times when they're this type of dangerous, and you can see right there, LAPD trying to put out the spike strip because he's staying in this neighborhood, making these rounds out here. I'm not sure if that was a contact with the tires, but what I was saying earlier is they're not letting this go, especially, they must know that there's more to it than just a stolen vehicle. A lot of times with this erratic drive, oh, look at that, right there. And he lost it again in the turn. So, very erratic driving, and you can see he's doing these blocks. So you wonder if he knows this neighborhood or if he's just kind of caught himself up in a pattern. But LAPD, they've got the spike strips ready. They're probably going to try it again and again until they start getting some of those tires out. Hopefully, though, there's going to be no contact between that vehicle and anything else out here in this neighborhood. Very tight streets, very hard turns, high speeds, and we saw that Prius actually get air going through that intersection at a high speed, and we've also seen it, lose the rear end, kind of do a little bit of a drift around these corners. So it kind of shows you that driver really pushing it on that little car this morning. LAPD, they're right there behind him. Lights and sirens, that's all they can do right now to let the public know that something dangerous is happening in their quiet neighborhood out here in Sun Valley.
Following pretty closely behind this stolen vehicle, so what we should point out is it is a carjacking suspect, and we don't know if there's an innocent person inside of that vehicle.
I would venture to say that there is. Then they would throw in the words kidnapping as well. Carjacking usually indicates that the vehicle was taken by force. And from the driver, so that kind of indicates that that it was the force, strong language, brute force, or using a weapon threatening that driver. I don't think that there's going to be the owner of the vehicle in the car, but you can see this Prius now making its way down San Fernando. We're leaving that neighborhood that we were in the Sun Valley area. Much higher speeds. Look at that, almost 100 miles an hour. Wow. On San Fernando. We're making our way out of the Sun Valley area. Oh, we're already in Burbank. The map is showing it. Passing on the wrong side of the road, extremely high speeds. LAPD does have a helicopter here. I just think that the night sun just starting to light up right there. And this is going to become a little bit more twisty and turny is the only way I can say it, as we're making our way around out here to going underneath the 5 freeway. Not sure what major he's going to make his way out onto. He seemed to like San Fernando Boulevard, and that's what he's doing right there, getting onto the proper San Fernando Boulevard, making our way out towards the Empire Center. This time of morning, just employees, workers on the road, probably. So we're not going to see a lot of traffic. But again, very dangerous, high speeds, and you can clearly see this driver desperate and maybe not that familiar with the car, seeing how we're hearing that it was just carjacked. You know, losing it in the turns there, high speeds over those big bumps, getting that car airborne. Thank goodness there has not been any contact with any other people, or cars this morning.
Well, the reason for it, as we pointed out, it's not even 6 o'clock in the morning, but that volume is going to pick up shortly. So now we're seeing this car kind of get out from the neighborhood. Initially, when we joined the coverage, it seemed to stick around in that area.
It was going in circles.
We assumed that maybe it's because this person was familiar with the area, but it could have also been because they ended up there and didn't know how to get out. So what streets are we on exactly right now, Stu?
Well, we're making a lot of turns and stuff like that. This is going to be Lake Street, right off of San Fernando Boulevard. Doors are open. Doors are open. That usually indicates that he's looking for a spot to jump out of the vehicle, and they did just go into what they're called tracking mode. So this guy's looking in his rearview mirror. He's not seeing those reds and blues right behind him anymore. Clearly, the night sun's still on him for the LAPD helicopter, but we did see the doors open. That indicates that he is probably going to try to jump out. Doesn't seem to know the area. That's going to be a cul-de-sac. I wonder if he's going to make his way back and actually see those officers that there they are right there. But you know, this is one of those ones where they did back off, they did follow the rules, and we did see instantly that door pop open. So that indicates that he wants to get out of that vehicle. As far as that neighborhood that we were in just moments ago, gosh only knows. You know, maybe that was an area that he did know and was unable to because the LAPD was so close behind him. Right now, though, clearly didn't know this area because he didn't know that was a cul-de-sac. Back out on the major, back onto San Fernando, I believe. And again, we'll see if he picks up those speeds. The night sun now off on that LAPD helicopter. Hopefully this driver will calm down a little bit and stop that crazy erratic driving and maybe keep some more people safe. But it does look like we're getting on the, no, it's not. I thought that was the on-ramp for the freeway. Well, we're staying on Victory Boulevard. And again, very light traffic this morning. That's a huge plus. Looks like we chose another neighborhood or an intersection. And the door is open, and he's out running. We got Justin on the camera. It's going to be a little dark. He's wearing dark clothes. But, you know, this is what LAPD has to deal with. And going for a little bit of a run, a little wide turn right. Oh, that, very clever. Hide underneath the car. So, at any rate, that's where he's stopped right now. LAPD helicopter above it as well. So we're going to stay here until law enforcement comes over there and helps that gentleman out from underneath that vehicle.
I wonder if he seriously believes that no one knows he's under that vehicle.
Oh, that is just, wow. It's quite the ending.
Yeah, you know,
well,
we never say they're smart. Oh, he's out already? Oh, there's somebody else? Oh, there comes LAPD. There they are. There they are. So they're coming out. They're going to surround that vehicle. Hopefully, he gets out of that vehicle on his own, out from underneath there, because you don't want to see the dog have to help that guy out from underneath the car. But right now, a number of LAPD here on scene. They definitely have making contact.
And keep in mind, we don't know if he's armed or not, you know.
Right. There he is.
There he is. Do you see the arms?
There he is.
Hands come up.
Yeah, there he is.
All right.
Yeah.
Well.
So, but... impressive that he could slide under a car like that. I couldn't pull that off. That's for sure. I wouldn't fit underneath that car. I know that. So there we go. Sliding out, following the rules. LAPD is going to take him into custody. As you know, we're just happy that nobody's gotten hurt on this one. That's all.
All right. So you're looking at what is going to be the end of a carjacking situation here. A very high-speed pursuit. We picked it up around Sun Valley or so, with the driver going in circles repeatedly and finally breaking away and heading into the Burbank area where this pursuit has now come to an end. We believe, according to authorities, that this person carjacked a Prius, and it looks like he's going to be taken into custody without any further incident.
Tony says it the way I would say it.
And you know, he was going very fast, so it's fortunate that not many people were out on the road. No one got hit. Even I didn't see any cars get hit either. So, you know, I guess the best outcome for something like this.
Sure.
Stu, thank you to you and the Sky Fox crew. There you have it, an ending to a carjacking suspect in Burbank.
We're going to take a break, and we'll be Right back.